Welcome inside Geiseman Gymnasium, everyone. I'm CJ Sellner on the Cougar Sports Network. Glad you could join us here for NACC on a Tuesday night as the 2019-2020 basketball season starts to hit the home stretch. Glad you could join us here alongside our fantastic CSN crew tonight. Your producer, Julia Beers, and your camera operators, Julia Spitelli and Kelly Goody. Just over 4 minutes till things get going here. Glad you could join us once again. Cougar basketball is brought to you in part by Lutheran Public Radio. Listen to sacred music anytime, anywhere at lutheranpublicradio.org or on the LPR app. Cougars coming into this one after losing a tough one to Wisconsin Lutheran 58-45 on Saturday up in Milwaukee. CUC played a strong contest but ran into a team that's playing very good basketball down the stretch and has been a part of some very good teams. CUC really was in that game, got cold in the second half, but that first quarter is what really set it apart. They struggled out of the gate, recovered to make it a close game. Charisma Robinson continues to be one of the top players for CUC defensively. She's been forcing a lot of turnovers on the other side. Tara Hastings is also one we'll highlight a lot tonight. She did not get a lot into the scoring column against WLC. She had just 2 points. When you're looking to somebody that's starting to get going, though, it's Bailey Steinkamp, the freshman. Steinkamp has scored in double figures in 3 out of her last 4 contests. She came 2 rebounds shy of a double-double on Saturday afternoon. CUC coming into tonight's matchup, they are 7-14 overall, 6-10 in the NACC. They're 3-5 here inside Geiseman Gymnasium. On the Rockford side, a team that plays a little bit shorthanded. They have 6 players dressed tonight. They are 3-19 overall, 1-16 in the conference. They are 2-10 on the road this season. They are led by Lindsay Keller, who will wear number 24 tonight. She averages 12.9 points per game. In total, 3 players average over 12 points per game for this region team. Also in that list is Emily Cox and Niev Yerk. This Rockford team comes into tonight averaging 49 points per game. They give up 75. They are on a 5-game losing streak. They last played against Benedictine back on the 8th. They lost that one 82-53. Their last win came back on January 25th when they won in double overtime by a score of 70-63 over Illinois Tech. Earlier this season, these two teams met up in Rockford. CUC won that matchup 69-58. The Cougars jumped out early and really kind of held on for dear life in the second half. Regents made a run, made that game interesting late as CUC picked up the win to open the 2019-2020 season. In that game, we have to talk about that freshman, Tara Hastings. Hastings really made a difference in her collegiate debut. She scored 17 points with 6 steals and 3 assists. Freshman Maddie McGrath finished with 9 points and 7 assists in that collegiate debut. In total, as we've kind of talked about and everybody has this season, freshmen accounted for 44 points in that win over Rockford to open up the season. They also made 14 threes in that game, which is the most in a game since December 20th, 2017 against Laverne. Almost time for National Anthem and starting lineups. Once again, I'm CJ Sellner. Glad you could join us here on the Cougar Sports Network as we get to the final few games of the 2019-2020 season. CUC will be back home here on Saturday afternoon when they take on Dominican. It'll also serve as senior day here at Geiseman Gymnasium. 3 out of the last 4 games for this Cougar team will be here inside Geiseman. They will host, as I was saying, Dominican on Saturday. They have Benedictine coming here a week from tomorrow, and they will close out the 2019-2020 season at Aurora a week from Saturday. National Anthem time here from Geiseman Gymnasium. We'll step away, take a quick break, get you set up with lineups and anthem here from Geiseman Gymnasium in just a few moments.
starting lineups for tonight. First, the visiting Regents of Rockford. From Champaign, Illinois, 5'1" guard, number 10, Courtney Sutherland. From Erie, Illinois, 5'9" guard, number 15, Emily Cox. From McKesney Park, Illinois, 5'4" guard, number 22, Karen Ferrucci. From McKesney Park, 5'6" guard, number 24, Lindsay Keller. From Winnebago, Illinois, 5'5" forward, number 55, Sammy Russell. The Regents coaching staff consists of Victoria Newyear and Jeremiah Stewart as the assistant coaches. Head coach is Taylor Stinson, his first season. And now, for your Concordia University, Chicago Cougars. From Broadfield, Illinois, 5'9" guard, number 1, Charisma Robinson. From New Lenox, Illinois, 5'3" guard, number 2, Tara Hastings. From Anaheim, California, 5'10" forward, number 3, Annika Ray. From Perry, Illinois, 5'8" guard, number 13, Bailey Steinkamp. And from Oak Park, Illinois, 5'6" guard, number 25, Michaela Thornton.
Once again, resetting your lineups for tonight for the Regents: Sutherland, Cox, Ferrucci, Keller, Russell, and for the Cougars, it's Robinson, Steinkamp, Hastings, Thornton, and Ray. Once again, glad you could join us here for NACC action between the Regents and Cougars here on a Tuesday night. Just 4 games, including tonight, remaining in the 2019-2020 season. CUC will be in the home white uniforms with gold numbers and black trim going right to left across your screen. Regents will be in the away purple uniforms with white numbers and black trim. Referees for tonight's contest as assigned by the NACC: Jennifer Washoe, Chris Haro, and Greg Gunhus. You're watching Cougar Basketball on the Cougar Sports Network. Chick-fil-A is a proud sponsor of Concordia University Chicago Athletics. Whether it is breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Chick-fil-A at Melrose Park has you covered. Chick-fil-A, eat more chicken. Glad you could join us here. It's time for basketball here from River Forest. Cougars and Regents, glad you could join us here as we are underway, as Annika Ray will control the tip for CUC. Actually playing with a broken nose that happened earlier this week. So going back to the mask, not something you get to see too often, but that is the reason why you'll see her in that tonight. Just me on the broadcast for you, CJ Sellner. Glad you could join us here. CUC looking to rebound after a loss to Wisconsin Lutheran. CUC's won 2 out of their last 3, trying to make it 3 out of their last 4 after picking up home wins last week over Marion and MSOE. Initial possession thrown out of bounds by CUC. It will be Rockford ball. Rockford this season, a team, as I was saying a little bit in the pregame, that does not score a lot of points, 49 points per game. As that one's out of bounds, it'll stay Rockford ball. But going back to that opening game between these two sides, again, it was a close contest. CUC opened up a big first half advantage. CUC outscored Rockford 22-12 in the opening quarter, and then they led 38-30 at the half. They built up another third quarter lead. Rockford held around as Tara Hastings puts it up and in for the opening points of the game. But CUC picked up that win there. Tara Hastings had 17, Steinkamp had 11, Thornton had 10. Pass inside, shot swatted away. CUC is going to look to push the pace when you talk to head coach Lauren Martin before the game, especially with a short-handed Rockford team that dresses just 6 players for tonight's contest. You want to push the pace on a team that does not have a lot of legs on the bench that can hurt you and really refresh it. As we'll see, the lone sub for the Regents coming in, it's number 20, Carly Hyder, the 5'4" sophomore. 2-0 Cougars lead it here, just over a minute in here from Geiseman Gymnasium. 3 home games left on the schedule for the Cougars this season. Trying to pick up their 3rd straight home win with a win here tonight over Rockford. Rockford to inbound with 20 on the shot clock. Jumper up off back iron, no good, and Steinkamp will bring it down. Looking to push the pace, head to Thornton. It'll be senior day on Saturday against Dominican. Thornton will cue up a three from the right side, and it's good. Cougars at home, the last couple of home games have gotten off to very good starts. They went out on a 15-0 run to open up against Marion, and that's now a 7-0 run here against Rockford. It was a 13-2 run, if I'm not mistaken, against MSOE in the first quarter. So hot starts is what at home is what this Cougar team has done, and tonight's no different. On a 7-0 run, just over 2 minutes in here in our first quarter. Jumper off the right side is no good. Hastings will bring it down. Stolen away, and there's going to be a foul called on the way to the hoop. Foul will be on the floor. It'll be underneath. Three hoisted up. Hastings is good. 10-0 Cougar run to open this one up. Rockford trying to end this Cougar run. Shot inside, layup no good, but a foul will result in free throws for the Regents number 15, Emily Cox. One more to come here for Cox. (10-2) Cougars lead it here in the early goings. This will be set for Steinkamp, trying to break down her defender. Regents in a 2-3 zone. Really, because you just can't try to match up man-to-man against a team that wants to run with a short bench. CUC struggling, turning the ball over here early. Driving kick here for the Regents. Out and stolen away. Robinson, race and the layup with the left hand is good, and the Regents want a timeout. Head coach Taylor Stinson in his first season will take a 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick one too. 6:40 remaining in the first half. 12-2 your score. Back inside Geiseman Gymnasium. Once again, I'm CJ Sellner alongside my fantastic CSN crew. Glad you could join us here for basketball here tonight. 12-2 Cougars out on a run here to open up play. Swatted away, loose ball will go out of bounds. CUC trying to be active on the defensive side. They've forced 3 Rockford turnovers so far and turned that into points. Charisma Robinson with 4 of those. Tara Hastings leads all scorers with 5. Thornton with 3. 6:23 remaining in the first quarter, and it's going to be a kick ball. It'll stay Regent ball underneath. Regents looking to get it in. It will be to Keller. Shot inside, no good, and out of bounds. Cougar ball. Jaylene Wade and Maddie McGrath are in the lineup now for CUC alongside Crystal Core. Robinson into the paint with a left hand. Baby hook, no good. Brought up left side. Cougars doing a good job back in transition, but they're going to get a foul. I believe it's going to be a bump on Wade, and it will be her first, team second. And you'll see Megan Long enter the CUC lineup here, replacing Robinson. Feed underneath, shot swatted away. Maddie McGrath doing a great job recovering and knocking Keller's shot out of bounds. Big thing for the Cougars, and we've talked about this with head coach Lauren Martin quite a bit this season, is this team's known for making good runs, but then there's these long, dry, cold spells as that three's off the mark and the Regents end up with a rebound. Kick across, open three. Keller. Off back iron, no good. Offensive board, though, is put up. Shot no good out of the hands of Hyder. Cougars quickly ahead. Long will cue up a three from the right side, no good. Tipped out of bounds, and it will stay Cougar ball with 5:23 remaining in the quarter. You'll see Cougar number 5, the senior, Kayla Kohler, come into the lineup. Kohler, the 5'9" senior from Belvedere, Illinois, went to Rockford Lutheran. Be one of the many that we will honor here on Saturday. A part of this playing roster, you have Anna Correa, Kayla Kohler, Crystal Core, Michaela Thornton that are your seniors. They'll also honor senior manager and director of basketball operations, Julie Jenkins, and student assistant coach, Bethany Haney, on Saturday as well. Halfway through our opening quarter here at Geiseman. Cougars trying to close out the 2019-2020 season on a high note as that three's off the mark, no good. Jaylene Wade looking to push the pace. Ahead to Core. Kicks it back, good passing, and a wide open layup from Maddie McGrath. You can't draw it up any more pretty than that if you're a CUC fan. Head fake and drive inside. Shot was partially blocked by Kohler. Offensive board, though, is put up and in by Sammy Russell. Russell, a 5'5" junior forward from Winnebago, Illinois. 14-4, Cougars lead it here in the opening quarter. Cougar men will take on the Regents here tomorrow night. That's another 7 o'clock tip. You'll have Sam Brief and Carter Gledhill on the call of that one as that three's off the mark out of the hands of Jaylene Wade. CUC now 6 of 11 shooting early here, 2 of 5 from 3. Rockford just 1 of 11 from the floor through our first 6+ minutes. Pass deflected away. We'll see who they give the credit to. But it ends up in the hands and a late whistle. I believe they're going to say Megan Long caught Russell on the arm. That foul on Long will be her first, personal team third. You'll see Macy Klein return. She'll be coming in for the first time today. Klein has started getting going for this Cougar team, has now appeared in 15 games this season. First of 2 shots for Russell is up and good. Sammy Russell this season is a 75% free throw shooter, a 77.6% free throw shooter for her career. Second free throw is up and good. Regents now a perfect 4 for 4 from the free throw line so far tonight. That's accounted for 4 of their 6 points thus far. Feed, high post Core, goes around her defender, and they're going to get her for a travel before she got it up. .333 remaining in our opening quarter. Glad you could join us here. NACC on a Tuesday night. Just 2 weeks remaining in the 2019-2020 season as the Cougars turn another turnover into points. This time, Crystal Core on the recipient side of a Megan Long pass. Shot inside, Russell off balance. She's been a strong point for this Regent team in the early goings. Now with 6 points on 2 of 3 shooting. Klein will pop a 3 that's in and out, no good. Drive off the right side, strong drive and high off the glass, and putting it in is Hyder. And now Coach Martin wants a timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout. Closer far, Chicago Motor Coach has your group transportation needs covered. Chicago Motor Coach is proud to be the official transportation provider of CUC Athletics. 16-10, CUC leads this one with 2:42 remaining in our opening quarter. Regents climbing back in this one. CUC got up and going early. They've led by as many as 12 points here in this first quarter, but they've been climbing back in it on the Regents side. Cougars, as I said, will be back in action on Saturday when they host Dominican for Senior Day. That will be a 4:15 scheduled tip here from Geiseman. They'll have the Senior Day festivities on prior to the game on Saturday. It'll be Cougar ball coming out of the timeout here. Glad you could join us here along with our fantastic CSN crew. 5 different Cougars have scored in the early goings for CUC. Regents have been primarily led by Sammy Russell with 6 points. He'll be kicked out to Steinkamp. Thought about a 3, then thought better. Inside court. Pass got deflected. Good ball movement. Steinkamp will knock down a 3. Her first triple of the game. She's scored in double figures in 3 out of the last 4 games for CUC. Has a season high of 16. Inside. Pass was deflected. Russell recovers. Shot inside, and it'll result in free throws for Keller. She fouled on the way up. They'll call that one on Kohler, her first personal. That'll be the team 4. 2 free throws coming for Keller, making her first trip to the free throw line tonight. Keller, a 77% free throw shooter this season, and the first one is off the mark. First miss from the free throw line tonight for the Regents. They're now 5 of 6 after that one's knocked in. Robinson, Hastings, and Ray return on the CUC side, replacing Long, Core, and Kohler. Right side, Hastings. Hastings was held quiet against Wisconsin Lutheran on Saturday. She has not scored in double figures since dropping 29 against CUAA 4 games ago now. Steinkamp passes up on the 3 to Hastings. 3's off the mark, no good. Offensive rebound for Robinson. Now Steinkamp for 3, and she'll knock it down. Second 3 of the night for Steinkamp. She comes into tonight shooting 38% from three-point range as CUC comes away with another turnover. Steinkamp cues up 3 right side. A little bit of a heat check as that one comes up short. Shot inside, hit the bottom of the backboard. Recovered, though, and into the hands of Sammy Russell. Foul put her at the line to shoot 2. Fouls on number 15, Macy Klein, who caught her on the arm. Her first, team 5th. 2 free throws coming here for the 5'5 junior from Winnebago, Illinois. Sarah Ludwig coming into the game for CUC, the 5'5 junior from Roselle, making her first appearance tonight. 2 free throws coming here for Russell, who's 2 for 2 from the free throw line so far tonight. Second free throw is up and good. (22-13) your score. Minute 5 remaining in our opening half. Swing, left side, Steinkamp. Shot off front iron, no good, and they're going to get Annika Ray for an over the back. Foul on Ray's her first. Cougars over the limit, so more free throws here for the Regents in the first quarter. They're 7 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. It'll be Sammy Russell back to the free throw line where she's a perfect 4 for 4. First of 2 is up and good. Russell came into tonight 27 of 36 from the free throw line this season. So quickly adding to that total already tonight as she's now a perfect 6 for 6. Under a minute to go in our opening quarter. 22-15, Cougars lead it. They've led by as many as 12 here in the opening period. They've led from the opening jump, scoring the first points of the night. Cougars, if they're quick, can get a 2-for-1. Looks like they're just looking to get a good shot here. Shot clock now under 15. Handed off Hastings. They'll run Ludwig off a screen back to the top. Under 10 to Ray. Inside, wanting to get it up, and she's going to get called for the travel. Shot clock turned off, 29.9 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Regions can take the last shot of the quarter if they want it. Russell has a game-high 10. Bounce pass inside, left hand, good. Great position inside there by Keller. She got Hastings on the back hip and left a wide open, easy left-handed layup. CUC will take the last shot of the quarter. Ludwig wanted to drive it forward, dribble it off her foot and out of bounds. Ray was looking for the handoff at the top. Ludwig just didn't give it to her. And they're going to actually reverse the call here and give it to CUC. I actually thought Ludwig, they had their call right initially, but CUC will have a chance for a last-second shot here. 1.6 seconds on the game clock here at Geiseman. They'll run a double screen. Hastings puts it up at the buzzer, and it's off the mark and no good. Cougars led by as many as 12 in our opening half, but Rockford closes on a 6-0 run, and it's a 5-point game after our opening 10 minutes. Looking for a place to relax following a big Cougar win? Doc Ryan's on Madison Street has all of your post-game needs covered. 22-17, Cougars lead it after one here at Geiseman. Back inside Geiseman Gymnasium. Quarter number 2 coming up here from Geiseman. 22-17. CUC leads it in total. 6 different Cougars scored in the opening 10 minutes, led by Bailey Steinkamp with 6 points. She knocked down 2 threes, but it's been Sammy Russell who's put on a show on the region side. 10 points along with 4 rebounds in the first 10 minutes. Regents have cut this to a 5-point game to open quarter number 2. As that one's thrown off of Thornton and out of bounds, they'll stay Regent ball. Russell has already matched her season high. She had 10 points in the loss to Benedictine on Saturday. Already with 10 points here in just 10 minutes of play. Drive inside, shot was blocked away by Court. Cougars looking ahead in transition. Steinkamp to Hastings with the right hand, and it's good. CUC now with 12 fast break points and 10 points off of turnovers. They've turned Rockford over 5 times here in just over 11 minutes of play. As that one's thrown out of bounds, make that 6 now. Hastings starting to get going offensively now with 7 points and 2 steals. Right side, Steinkamp now to Thornton at the top. Swung left side, now hands to Core. Steinkamp thought about a 3. She knocked down her first 2 and then missed her last 2 of the quarter. Inside Robinson. Good find, Core wide open with a left hand, and it's up and good. Crystal Core now with 4 points. CUC's hit 11 shots thus far in our first call it 11 plus minutes. They have 8 assists on those 11 shots. So moving the ball well here. CUC shot 50% in the opening quarter, 9 of 18. Rockford was 4 of 15. They went 9 for 10 from the free throw line. That really closed the gap late in that first quarter. Slow pass now stolen away by Steinkamp. Looking to get out and run. It's to Hastings. Will lay it up off the left side and good. Hastings now with 9 to lead the CUC scoring. Rockford closed the first quarter on a 6-0 run. CUC has answered with a 6-0 run of their own, and the lead has expanded out to double digits once again. Short jumper is up and pure out of the hands of Cox. Cox now with 4 for the Regents. Cuts the Cougar lead back to single digits. Steinkamp kicks across. Hastings now low post court. Good find pass to Robinson, and Robinson couldn't handle the hot pass from Core, and it went out of bounds. Russell returned to the game for the Regents, replacing Hyder. 7:50 remaining in our first half. Cougars lead 28-19. Cougars will double at the top. Skip pass inside. Cougars lost track of Keller in the paint. She has the easy layup and now has 5 points, and it's a 7-point game. Inside Core trying to back down Russell. Kick, Steinkamp, step back 3, and it's good. Steinkamp's third 3 of the night. She has 9 points. Cougars trapping, and the Regents just got it across the timeline, and it'll stay Cougar ball, or excuse me, Regent ball. We'll keep you updated with scores around the NACC throughout the night as well as the playoff push continues for a lot of teams. Rockford has been eliminated from postseason play. CUC sits on the outside looking in currently. They come into tonight 3 games behind Aurora with 4 games to go. So mathematically still in it. They need a little bit of help to get in it, but they can help themselves with a win tonight. They still do face Aurora to close out the season. It's going to be a couple of very important games down the stretch when they host Dominican, who sits ahead of them at 11-6 in the conference. So CUC not done yet this season. They got a tough road ahead of them of getting to the playoffs, but crazier things have happened. 7:04 remaining as another kickball, as everybody is sitting there guarding Annika Ray with the face mask on the CUC bench. 3 up off the mark, no good, and Hastings will bring it down. Thornton ahead, Core, layup with the left hand is good. Not a dribble on the floor. What a maneuvering of passing on the CUC side. Add that as another assist to the total for the Cougars tonight. Now 11 assists on 14 made baskets. Under 7 to go, Russell wanting to drive. Knocks Steinkamp over. Cougar bench wanted to travel. Inside Russell, shot up and good. New season high for Sammy Russell with the made basket. Now has 12 points on the night. Ball swung around Steinkamp, trying to slice through the lane. Her shot might have been blocked, gets her own rebound, and she'll put it up and in. Steinkamp having a strong first half for the Cougars. Has knocked down 3 threes, and with that is the first Cougar into double figures tonight. Underneath, Russell. Picked up, tough shot, no good. Fight for the rebound, and the Regents get it once again. Those 50-50 balls have come into the hands of the Regents quite a few times tonight. I'm sure that'll be a point of emphasis for Coach Martin going into the half. Thornton inside, what a move. Timeout taken after that by Thornton. It'll be a full timeout on the floor. 5:32 remaining in the first half. 37-23, Cougars lead it. Back inside Geiseman Gymnasium, coming out of the timeout. I'm CJ Sunner along with our fantastic CSN crew behind the scenes. Your producer tonight, Julia Beers, and your camera operators, Julius Patelli and Kelly Goody. Also thanking our fantastic SATS crew on the far side, Danny Garillo and Alexa Lamentini. Helping to provide all the numbers tonight, CUC on a 9-2 run over the last 2 minutes. Bailey Steinkamp now with 11 first-half points to go, along with 5 rebounds and 2 assists. Cougars have forced 7 Rockford turnovers. They have 16 fast break points and 12 points off of turnovers. 22 of the 37 CUC points have come in the paint. Megan Long, who came in during the timeout, knocks that one away. Wants to drive, and there's going to be no call as she got knocked to the ground. She gets up, kind of surprised, I would say. That's what we'll use to describe her face after not getting a call there. As we're going to have a conversation on the far side between our 2 referees. I think it's going to be a shot clock adjustment. It'll be to 27. Robinson to inbound for the Cougars underneath. Thornton has it, wants to drive left side. Good slip pass. Robinson just couldn't put the finishing touches on it. Gets her own offensive rebound, though. It results in a Hastings 3 that's off the mark. Fighting for the rebound. Now Maddie McGrath has it. Up top Long. Into the post, Robinson. McGrath for 3, well off the mark, no good. Rockford had it, was stolen away by Hastings, and CUC gets a fresh 30. We've played the last minute and a half now on this side of the floor as McGrath's pass is tipped and stolen away. So after all that, the Cougars come up empty on the possession. Pass inside was meant for Russell, and it was knocked out of bounds. It'll stay Regent ball with 18 seconds to shoot. Keller to inbound underneath. Wanted to find Russell, but had to back it out. High post Russell. Hesitation, baseline drive. Lazy bounce pass now outside under 10. Floater from the free throw line, and the bank's open. Sutherland with her first basket of the day on a runner from the free throw line. Cougars run a double screen. Hastings couldn't handle the initial pass from Thornton. Now it's inside Robinson, trying to go to work against Russell, and she puts it up and in. Strong left hand. It's hard to guard when you have a left-handed dominant player like Robinson with her length. It's very hard to guard if you're not used to working somebody on that side of the court because you're used to doing everything the opposite way as a defender. Robinson now with 6 points on the night. Bounce pass Russell, layup with the right hand is good. Russell now just a single point shy of her career high 15 points. She has 14 tonight on 4-6 shooting. Skip pass across. McGrath's 3, no good. So you see now 5 of 15 as Robinson comes away. No, she wasn't able to get a handle on it. She read it right, but couldn't get a handle on it. It'll stay Regent ball. Macy Klein and Jaylene Wade enter the CUC lineup as Coach Taylor Stinson is asking for a reset on the shot clock. Robinson never had possession of it. There should be no reset here. So Regents will have 3 seconds to get across. We've had Jennifer Washoe, our head referee, here tonight quite a few times this season. She's become a staple in the black and white uniform here in River Forest for a number of years. So the Regents have to hurry it across mid-floor. And that will be a blocking foul on Megan Long. That'll be her second personal. 3:11 remaining in our second quarter. 39-27, CUC leads it. Steinkamp leads with 11 on the CUC side. Russell having a big night Best night for CU and for the Regents this season, as that will be a foul on the Cougars. .24 to shoot here for the Regents. 3:05 remaining in the second quarter. Last foul was on Charisma Robinson, which was her first personal. Russell wanted to put up a head fake and forgot to put the ball down. It'll be a travel, and it'll be Cougar ball. CUC shooting 61% here in our second quarter. 8 of 13 from the field, just 1 of 4 from 3. Swung low side, Robinson kicks. Klein puts up a 3. It's off the mark, no good. Robinson fighting for the rebound, and she's going to get called for an over the back. That'll be her second personal. Anna Correa will return to the lineup for Robinson. 2:38 remaining in our second quarter. Cougar men will be in action here tomorrow night against Rockford. They will need to win most likely the last 4 games of their season to have any shot at the playoffs. That begins tomorrow night against the Regents. Same thing for the Cougar women here tonight. They need 4 wins to close out the season and some help to get into the 2019-2020 playoffs for the conference. Drive inside, shot blocked away. Offensive board is put up, second chance, no good. Thornton ahead, Klein has it left wide open. 3 from the left side, no good. Thornton comes away and the Cougars can reset it with the offensive board. We'll get you some second half scores here in just a moment from around the conference. Thornton has it. Under 10. Ray will take a 3 from the top of the key. That's off the mark, no good. Cross half court now, trying to get inside. Good defense there by Thornton. Ends up in the hands of Ray. Pass inside Thornton. Pump fake, couldn't put the finishing touches. She had time. She actually bought the defense some time with the head fake. She could have just put that one up quickly and would have had really no defender around her. Keller dropped inside on Kohler. Bounce passes out. Hyder. And they're going to get an offensive foul called as she gave a forearm shiver right to Wade. Foul on Hyder will be her first personal. First team foul of the quarter on the Regents. Steinkamp and Core return to lineup alongside Hastings on the CUC side. Getting you caught up on some NACC scores late in the first half. Wisconsin Lutheran trails Dominican down the street at the Ignis Sports Forum 41-36. MSOE leads CU Dub at home 21-20. Benedictine up big on Illinois Tech in the second quarter. Marion and Alverno in a 10-point game. Alverno leads that one in Fond du Lac. Steinkamp puts up a 3 that's short, no good. Offensive rebound, though, for Hastings. Steinkamp feeling it again as that one's off the mark, short, no good, and Crystal Core will continue the possession. Ray now with a 3, and she'll finally knock it down. Extends the Cougar lead out to 15. Big one with Berrien on the Cougar side. Aurora leads Lakeland 38-34. That game going into the half. CUC chasing both those teams. Cougars own the tiebreaker over the Muskies. Shot inside late, and that will do it for your first half. Cougars lead this one 42-27 after 20 minutes of play. 20 minutes to go here at Geiseman. 42-27, CUC leads it behind 11 first half points by Bailey Steinkamp. She went 4 of 9 from the field, knocked down 3 threes, and had 5 rebounds. In total for CUC, they had 7 different players record baskets in that opening half. They shoot 47.4% from the floor, knocked down 6 threes. For the Regents, they were led by Sammy Russell with a season-high 14 points and 6 rebounds on 4 of 6 shooting. Regents 9 of 10 from the free throw line. We'll take a break, get you set up with second half in just a little over 10 minutes here from River Forest. For our whole CSN crew, thank you for joining us. Chick-fil-A is a proud sponsor of Concordia University Chicago Athletics. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Chick-fil-A in Melrose Park has you covered. Chick-fil-A, eat more chicken. Cougars lead this one 42-27 at the half. We'll be back in just a little bit. Inside Geiseman Gymnasium. Once again, I'm CJ Sellner on the Cougar Sports Network. Glad you could join us here. Cougars lead this one 42-27 at the half. Just a few seconds to go till we get the second 20 minutes of basketball underway. CUC led by Bailey Steinkamp in that first half with 11 points on 4 of 9 shooting. She was a game high plus 21 when CUC was plus 21 when she was on the floor in that first half. Cougars led by as many as 15 points in our opening half. That lead coming with just 25 seconds as that lead held up at the break. CUC did a lot of damage inside in that first half. They were 11 and 14 around that semicircle inside. They got inside and had a lot of layups in the first half. They'll be going left to right in the white uniforms to start the second half. Regents in the purple uniforms will be going right, CUC will go left to right. Regents will go right to left. Cougars have gotten quite a few looks offensively as Robinson has another one go off the mark. For the Regents, it's been the Sammy Russell show. She has a season-high 14 points, just one off her career high of 15, which came last year against Dominican. Shot inside, no good. Glad you could join us here with our fantastic CSN crew behind the scenes. Pull-up, floater, no good, off the mark, out of the hands of Tara Hastings. CUC shot 50% in the first quarter, shot 45% in the second quarter. They really struggled from three in total, shooting just 28% from downtown so far tonight. Russell, tough shot, is off the mark. CUC comes into tonight shooting just 29% from three. They like to take a lot of them. They haven't had a ton of success this season as Race is off the mark and counted with a foul as Michaela Thornton has a chance to complete the three-point play. Fouls on for Rucci. That'll be her second personal. Three-point play is completed by Thornton with the free throw. Cougars lead this one 45-27. We'll have Cougar men's in action as that's going to be a travel called on Sutherland, the 5'1" freshman from Champaign, Illinois. 8:42 remaining in our third quarter. Cougars looking to expand this lead to 20. Skip past Hastings, top Robinson. Good ball movement results in open three. Hastings rims in and out, no good. Hastings has 9 points. She's now 4 of 8 from the field. Stick around after the game. We'll have head coach Lauren Martin, who will join us following the conclusion of this one. We'll talk about tonight's game, hopefully a Cougar win, as the Cougars come away with the missed shot. Robinson, great move, count it. What a move by Charisma Robinson. Robinson now with 8 points. CUC looks to add on. Ray has it, wants to drive, and they're going to get her for a travel before the shot. She can't believe it. Playing with the mask and a broken nose. CUC 3-5 at home this season. Still have a chance to get to 500 or better here inside Geiseman this year. 3 out of their last 4, including tonight, are going to be here inside Geiseman. That'll be called a kick ball. Pass wide. Good recovery there by Ferrucci. Pass now stolen away by Steinkamp. Ahead. Gives it to Robinson. Left hand is good. Cougars now with 20 fast break points on the night and 17 points off of turnovers. Robinson now into double figures with 10 points on the night. Steinkamp stuffing the stat line. 11 points with 6 rebounds. Now 3 assists and 2 steals. Offensive board, and they're going to get a travel on Keller. Checking back in for the Regents will be Carly Hyder, the 5'4" sophomore 22-point Cougar lead. Steinkamp will dribble off now to Robinson. High post Thornton. Ray has it, thought about a three. Skip back across to Ray with 10. Steinkamp will cue up a three, and shit's good. Steinkamp with 14 points. She's knocked down 4 triples tonight. She scored in double figures in 3 out of her last 4 games. On the season, Steinkamp's had now 9 games in double figures as Robinson's able to convert. Good feed there by Hastings, and Coach Taylor Stinson wants a timeout. It'll be a full timeout on the floor. We'll take one too. Cougar basketball is brought to you in part by Lutheran Public Radio. Listen to sacred music anytime, anywhere on LutheranPublicRadio.org or on the LPR app. Timeout on the floor, 6:14 remaining in the third. Back inside Geiseman Gymnasium. Once again, I'm CJ Sellner with your producer, Julia Beers, and your camera operators, Julia Spitelli and Kelly Goody. I'm CJ Sellner. Glad you could join us here tonight. Cougars building on this lead. They lead by 27 here. Regents looking for their first points of the third quarter yet. Pass thrown away, and it'll be Cougar ball. Rockford 0 for 4 in this third quarter. CUC 5 of 11. Outscoring the Regents 12-0 here. Cougars on a 26-6 run over the last 11 minutes and 41 seconds. Loose ball ends up in the hands of Steinkamp. Now Robinson kicks to Ray. She'll cue up a three from the right side. That's no good. Regents will bring it across the timeline. Bounce pass inside. Nice find and an easy left hand for Keller. She now has 7. First points of the quarter for the Regents. Ends a 15-0 CUC run. Thornton has it, her pocket picked by Hyder, and they're going to get a foul as she wanted to drive. And it will be on Hastings. That's her second personal. Checking in on the Cougars side for the first time tonight is Michaela Tilton, the sophomore from Laverne, California. Also coming in during the dead ball is Crystal Core. And they're going to get an offensive foul called on Hyder, her second. Under 5 to go in our third quarter here from Geiseman. 3 for Tilton, in and out, no good. Loose ball, last touch by Robinson and out of bounds. It'll be Regent ball. Long skip pass behind the Cougar defense. Now a look for three is off the mark. Robinson brings down her 6th rebound of the night. Cougars ahead in transition. Robinson gets it, kicks. Steinkamp with a good look for three off the right side. It's off front iron, no good. Cougars continue to struggle shooting the three this season. They're 1 of 5 so far tonight in the third quarter, as that one's poked out from behind by Tilton. Core wanted to go coast to coast. Bounces out. Tilton makes the extra pass. Hastings with a good look for three, and it's good. Hastings with the three now has 12 points on the night. And we'll have a sub. No, we won't. The player that was down was Carly Hyder. Looks like she caught something in the elbow or something in the face, but she'll come out of the game. Looks to be all right. She talks to the head coach, Taylor Stinson, over on the Regent side. 57-29, Cougars lead this one. Hastings now into double figures. Feet inside, left hand layup was short, no good. McGrath across to Kohler. We'll back it out now to Tilton. Long skip pass to Hastings. Hastings now inside core. 10 to shoot to Tilton. McGrath with 5. Skips it, Hastings. She'll pop a three. That's off back iron, no good. And they're going to get an over the back on Crystal Core. Foul on Core is her first personal. Second team foul of the quarter. Wade coming in, replacing Hastings. So now in total, 3 Cougars in double figures tonight. Rockford's led by Sammy Russell. She had 14 first half points. Cougars have kept her off the board here in the third quarter. Gets the offensive board and shot no good, but she'll go to the free throw line as she got fouled by Tilton. Russell, a perfect 6 for 6 from the free throw line so far tonight, has a double-double on the night with 14 points and 10 boards. Megan Long will come into the CUC lineup, replacing Tilton. Russell recording her first double-double of the season for the Regents. First free throw's up and good. Second career double-double for the junior from Winnebago. And now she has a career-high 16 points on the night. She's a perfect 8 for 8 from the free throw line. Russell's career high previously came in last season with 15 points against Dominican. His core shot is blocked out of bounds. Cougars will have it with 18 seconds to shoot. They'll be inbounded to McGrath from range. It's good. You might need a different zip code to guard Maddie McGrath if she starts knocking them down from back there. Lead to 29. Russell wanted to feed inside, but stolen away by Core. Wade had it, wanted to drive, got cut off as the Regents got back on defense. McGrath with a look for three from the right side is short, no good. Tipped out by Core, and McGrath will recover. CUC with 20. Inside long, and it's knocked out of bounds. There was a lot of contact as that's knocked out of bounds. CUC's bench reacted like they couldn't believe there was no call. Cougar fans, it was hard to believe too. Second block of the night for Russell. Left side, Wade kicks it across Kohler. She'll take a three from the right side. It's too strong. Refs letting a lot go here in the second half. CUC out comfortably, 60-31. Pass tipped away, loose on the far side. Russell will cue up a three. That's off the mark, no good. And it will go harmlessly out of bounds. It'll be CUC ball. Macy Klein back in for the Cougars. Carly Hyder back in on the Regents. Good to see her come back into the game. She replaces Sutherland. Regents 0 for 10 from 3 tonight. They're shooting 27.8%, led by Russell's career high 16. Cougars have 3 players in double figures so far. They're shooting 42% from the floor. Bounce passes inside the court, trying to back down Russell, and Coach Martin wants a timeout. There'll be a 30-second timeout. Closer far, Chicago Motor Coach has your group transportation needs covered. Chicago Motor Coach is proud to be the official transportation provider of CUC Athletics. We'll take a quick timeout with the one on the floor. Back inside Geiseman Gymnasium once again. I'm CJ Sellner with the rest of our CSN crew behind the scenes. Minute 27 remaining in the third quarter. Cougars leading this one 60-31. Under 10. Klein will step into a 3 from the left side. That's well short. Saved by Kohler, but it's into the hands of the Regents. Upset brewing down the street at the Igny Sports Forum. Dominican, as they head into the fourth quarter, Dominican leads Wisconsin Lutheran 58-50. Russell for 3 for the Regents. She knocks down her first 3 of the night. That's her third 3 of the season as she continues to add on to the career high. Megan Long trying to drive. She finds Crystal Core. Great find by Long as the Cougars extend their lead back out to 28. Core now with 8 points. As that one goes out of bounds, it'll stay with the Regents. 25.6 seconds showing on the game clock here at Geiseman. 7.6 second difference between shot clock and game clock. Cougars will make some substitutions on their side. Steinkamp into the game. Also into the game on the CUC side, number 12, Chloe Shaftsma, the 5'8 freshman from Lockport, Illinois. Also into the game, number 24, Kayla Jackson, the 5'6 freshman from Worth, Illinois. And they're going to get a foul on the floor. Called on Long with a hold. That's the third on Long. Next foul, if we have one on the CUC side, would put Rockford into the double bonus with 25.6 seconds remaining in the quarter. Inside Russell over Steinkamp and good. Shot clock turned off. CUC can take the last shot of the quarter if they want it. Swung back to Shaftsma. Under 10. They wanted to find inside Klein, but it's stolen away by Russell. Time running down, drive on the right side, shot no good. Russell got the board, but it's waved off before she could get a shot up. 30 minutes in the book, 10 more to go here from Geiseman. 62-36, Cougars lead this one after 3 quarters of play. We'll take a quick break, get you set up with fourth quarter action when we return. Back inside Geiseman Gymnasium. Once again, I'm CJ Sunner. Glad you could join us here. Final 10 minutes to go here inside Geiseman. Knight Cougars entering the fourth quarter with a 62-36 lead. It'll be Regent ball to start the quarter, but a turnover will give it back to the Cougars. CUC with 22 fast break points on the night have 25 points off of 22 Regent turnovers. CUC leaving the same 5 on the floor, so they're going to get Shaftsma for a travel. Everybody dressed for CUC, almost everybody. The only one that we haven't seen tonight is Marie Baumgartner on the floor tonight, as Coach Martin's been able to empty nearly her whole bench tonight. Cougars leading this one comfortably 62-36. Three hoisted up off the left side is pure out of the hands of Emily Cox. Cox now with 7 points. Shasma up top now to Ray. Swung right side of Macy Klein. Back to Klein. She'll pull a 3 from range. Bank is not open late on a Tuesday night, as that one rattles off. Cox made the last one. She'll queue up another, and it will hit the rope above the basket, and it'll end up in the hands of the Cougars. Charisma Robinson returning to the Cougar lineup. She's 3 rebounds shy of a double-double, has 12 points on 6 of 10 shooting to go along with 2 assists and 2 steals. Shasma now to Ray in the corner. Inside Robinson, backing down Cox, and she'll put it up with a left hand. That's a part of the game you'd like to see Robinson continue to develop as the Cougars head in the offseason in a couple of weeks. She is tough to guard with her athleticism and length in the post. She's a matchup problem for years to come. Skip pass was right into the hands of Robinson. Looking to get out and run. Flips it to Ray, who will lay it up with a left hand and in. Ray with now 5 points. CUC has made 28 field goals tonight, now have 20 assists. I'm sure Coach Martin will be excited to talk about that number when we talk to her following the game tonight. Shot up will be up and good as it rolls home for Keller. Keller now with 9 points. Just 1 point shy of her own double-double tonight. Shasma wanted to drive, had her pocket picked by Cox. Ball is poked away, and it'll end in the hands of Macy Klein. 3, Shaftsma. Unable to get it to rattle home. Klein has it. He'll float one up off the baseline, no good. Sutherland comes away with the rebound. And the Regents want a timeout. 7:06 remaining in the fourth quarter. It will be a 30-second timeout, but we'll take a quick one. Closer far, Chicago Motor Coach has your group transportation needs covered. Chicago Motor Coach is proud to be the official transportation provider of CUC Athletics. Back inside Geiseman Gymnasium. Once again, I'm CJ Sunner with the rest of our fantastic CSN crew. 66-41 Cougars lead. It was 7:06 coming out of the timeout. Regents will have 1 timeout remaining. Cougars have led from the jump, never trailed in this game. They've shot nearly swatted away. Ray will get called for the foul. It will result in free throws for Ferrucci. If she can knock one of these down, It would mean all 6 Rockford players have scored into tonight's game. First of 2 is up and good. Regents have been fantastic from the free throw line tonight. They're now 12 of 13. And that one's off the mark. Regents coming into tonight as a team shot 69% from the free throw line this season. They're shooting well above that mark at 85. McGrath feeds it inside Robinson, kicks. Great ball movement, and an open 3 for Hastings is good. Hastings now with a game-high 15 for CUC. Hastings into double figures for the first time since she dropped a season-high 29 in the second game of CIT against Ann Arbor. 3 hoisted up with a good look is off the mark for Cox. Marie Baumgartner with the rebound, seeing her first action tonight. Now everybody dressed for CUC has played tonight. McGrath passed up on an open 3, kicks it to Hastings. She'll get a good look at 3 again, and she knocks it down. She's one that the Cougars need to keep getting going offensively. When she's going, she makes this CUC offense click. She now has 18 on 7 to 12 shooting to go along with 5 steals and 4 boards. Lead reaching the largest amount tonight at 30. Good hands there by McGrath as she knocks that one out of bounds. Sub on the CUC side as well as Michaela Thornton comes in replacing Ray. 3 Cougars in double figures. Robinson with 14, Hastings with 18, Steinkamp with 14 as that one knocked out of bounds. Robinson just 2 rebounds shy of a double-double. Steinkamp just 3 rebounds shy. We'll see how much time that they see the floor. I'd be surprised if you see Steinkamp at all here down the stretch. As that one's knocked out of bounds once again to stay with the Regents. We'll have men's basketball action here tomorrow as the Cougars take on these same Regents on the men's side. We'll have Sam Brief and Carter Gledhill have the pregame for you live starting at about 10 minutes to 7 tomorrow night. Sammy Russell with the basket now has a career-high 23 as she reaches the 20s for the first time. And Marie Baumgartner puts a nice reverse layup up and in. Baumgartner seeing her first action since the trip out east to Maryland. Able to make her impact felt with a layup here tonight. Jaylene Wade coming in alongside Sarah Ludwig on the CUC side. 30-point Cougar cushion. Cox has it, trying to drive on Thornton. Into traffic, and it was blocked away. Cougars looking to get out and run. Long pass from Thornton ahead. McGrath. Layup was no good. Went up with a right hand on the left side. Cougars recover. Ludwig with the rebound. Fed inside Baumgartner. Kicks it out. Thornton will cue up a 3 from the left side. That's off iron, no good. Baumgartner again with the rebound. Wants to put it up, and she got fouled on the way up, and she'll go to line to shoot 2. Baumgartner making her first trip to the free throw line this season with this pair. For her career, she is a 38% free throw shooter. She's 5 of 13. Kayla Kohler back in on the CUC side, replacing Thornton with 4:44 to go in the fourth. So like to say Deuces Wild will go 4s wild. Near Yahtzee on the board when you put in the 44 on the Regent side. One more free throw to come here. Second free throw up and good as I get some looks from our Cougar CSN crew here. High up on the east side of the Geiseman Gymnasium, bringing you all the action this season. Drive inside, and they're going to get a foul, and free throws will come here for Lindsay Keller. Keller, the 5'6" senior from Mansay Park, Illinois. Keller with 9 points tonight. Has a chance to get a double-double here with a free throw in. She does. So 2 double-doubles tonight as that one rims off no good for the Regents. Keller and Russell both with them. For Keller, that is her 3rd double-double of the season. 2nd in a row, she had a double-double, 12 points, 11 rebounds against Benedictine on Saturday. Kayla Jackson will come in on the Cougar side. Lindsey Keller, the senior, is getting a master's degree currently in business administration. Personally, like her choice in professional athlete with Christian Yelich, being a Milwaukee man myself. Under 4 to go. Jackson does a good job cutting off. 3 hoisted from the top is off the mark, no good. Kohler will bring it down. Baseline 3, McGrath off front iron, no good. Kayla Jackson nearly came down with the rebound, but she stepped on the out-of-bounds line. 3:41 remaining in the 4th. 30-point Cougar lead. Stick around following the game. We'll have head coach Lauren Martin on the air talking about today's game as CUC is trying to put the finishing touches on their 8th win of the season. Good right hand scoop shot, good for Keller. Keller with 12 points on 5 of 12 shooting. Inside Jackson, and they got her for a travel. Chloe Shaftsma into the game on the Cougar side, replacing McGrath. So we reach the final few minutes of this one here tonight. As Wade went for the steal, she'll get called for the bump. 4th team foul. Next one will result in free throws for the Regents. After tonight, the Regents will have just 2 games left in the 2019-2020 season. They will both be at home for Rockford, beginning on Saturday when they host Edgewood. They then will have their senior day against Illinois Tech on February 22nd when Illinois Tech comes to town. Shot clock, and that will be a violation as that goes off. CUC will celebrate their senior day on Saturday. 4 players, one of your student director of basketball operations, and your student assistant in Julie Jenkins and Bethany Haney will be honored, along with your 4 players, Annika Ray, Crystal Core, Michaela Thornton, and Kayla Kohler. Good bounce pass, Jackson with a shot that got blocked away. Tilton's there to recover. Swung left side, Shasma. Inside Jackson, who backs it out. Ludwig gets a good look for 3 from the top, and it's good. Sarah Ludwig with her first basket of the night. Layup with a left hand, Keller, no good. Three, Shasma from the corner, no good. Tipped out of bounds, and it'll be Regent ball. Megan Long returns on the CUC side. 78-47, Cougars lead it here at Geiseman. 100 seconds to go. Make sure to stick around. We'll have head coach Lauren Martin as that one's knocked down by Keller. Keller now with 15 points. As they're going to call an offensive foul on Megan Long as she wanted to drive to the hoop. That foul on Long will be her 4th personal. Pass thrown away. It'll be back to CUC ball. Keller's going to fall short of her season high. She had a season and career high 29 points against IIT in the 2 overtime win. And the foul will put Chloe Schaafsma at the line. Schaafsma making her first career trips to the free throw line. Chance for the freshman to score her first points in the maroon and gold, and she knocks it down. With the make, now every Cougar has scored this season, and they're going to get a foul on the rebound, and it's going to result in the double bonus. So 2 free throws coming here for the Regents, and they're going to get that foul on Megan Long. Long is fouled out tonight. She finishes 0 for 2 from the floor with 3 assists and 2 steals in 10 minutes of play. 2 free throws coming here for Keller. The first is up and good. Regents now 14 of 17 from the free throw tonight. 8 that 15 of 18. That's been a highlight for this team. Out to Tilton. Right side Schaafsma. They run Ludwig off a screen. She'll pop a baseline 3. That's off back iron. No good. Baumgartner with the offensive board. Her right hand layup is up and good. In total, 10 different players have scored for the Cougars tonight. They lead 81-52. And they're going to get a foul as Jackson came around Russell to result in the double bonus. Sammy Russell trying to build on her career high 23 points. Two free throws coming here for Sammy Russell. First is up and good. Chance for her to go 10 for 10 on the night here if she can knock this one. Recording her second career double-double tonight. And the free throw's off the mark. A little bit of an announcer's curse, could not complete the perfect 10 for 10 tonight. But still a heck of a night as the Cougars are able to dribble the clock out here with the shot clock turned off. Make sure you stick around. We'll have head coach Lauren Martin up here in just a few minutes. Cougars win this one 81-53 here tonight. With the win, CUC improves to 8-14 overall, 4-5 here at home, and 7-10 in the NACC. For the Regents with the loss, the Regents now fall to 3-20 on the season, 1-17 in the NACC, 2-11 on the road. They've lost their last 6. Once again, stick around. We'll have head coach Lauren Martin up here in just a few moments to join us up here and talk about today's win. CUC basketball action, as always, brought to you in part by Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is a proud sponsor of Concordia University Chicago athletics. Whether it is breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Chick-fil-A in Melrose Park has you covered. Chick-fil-A, eat more chicken. Looking for a place to relax following a big Cougar win? Doc Ryan's on Madison Street has all your post-game needs covered. Head coach Lauren Martin making her way up here. We will talk to her in just a few moments as the Cougars pick up the win here tonight by a final score of 81-53 over Rockford. Leading scorers tonight for the Regents, it was a career high 24 points for Sammy Russell. Keller had a big night with 17 points and 11 boards, picking up her second straight double-double. Russell had a double-double as well, her second of her career. On the Cougar side, Hastings had 18 points on 7 of 12 shooting. Robinson had 14 points on 7 of 11 shooting. She fell just 2 rebounds shy of a double-double. Steinkamp had 14 points and 7 boards on 5 of 11 shooting. Cougars shoot 42% from the floor, 33 of 77. They take a lot of shots tonight. They knock down 12 threes and out-rebound the Regents 43 to 33. Glad you could stick with us for head coach Lauren Martin as she makes her way up here as the Cougars pick up the big win over the Rockford Regents as they start the final homestand of the 2019-2020 season. They will be back here on Saturday for Senior Day against the rival Dominican Stars. As we get Coach Lauren Martin up here, get her a chance to get settled into our broadcast booth up here in Geiseman Gymnasium. And Coach, 77 shots tonight, but I think the number you're going to look at and be as happy with, your team makes 33 field goals and you have 23 assists.
Oh, yeah, I haven't even seen that yet. That's great. Positive assist to turnover ratio, and shot 42% from the floor. That's good. Yeah.
You feel good?
Yes.
And Tara Hastings got going. She's the one that makes this offensive click. This is probably the most balanced we've seen this offense attack when you have Bailey Steinkamp with 14 points and 7 boards. Charisma Robinson got going. I think that your defense really got the offense going tonight.
Yeah. It took us a little bit to kind of get in our rhythm offensively and kind of capitalize on some of the turnovers that we were forcing. We had a good talk at halftime about not leaving anything on the court, and you should be so tired that you can see that. So we have everybody who's on our bench is ready to go and ready to play hard, and so we got on the offensive boards, we rotated better on our defense, and everybody got to contribute to that. So it's exciting for everybody.
Especially when you see this team. I mean, in the first half, we had the numbers. You guys were 11 and 14 in the restricted zone. Mm-hmm. So getting inside and finishing those layups, it's one thing to create the opportunities. Mm-hmm. It's another thing to take advantage and finish them. And at times this year, that's been the struggle. Mm-hmm. And I thought tonight was the first night we saw it kind of all come together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought time in and time again on the half court and in transition, they were able to make that pass to lead them to score and hit them where in their shot pocket. And in the second half, seeing Charisma and Tara kind of get out and transition together. Bailey was in the mix there. All of them. I mean, I thought it was really good just to see us capitalize on the hard work that we've been putting in on the defensive end.
How does this game propel you guys? A rivalry matchup. Dominican comes to town. That's one that everybody wants. They're going to be a tough matchup here. Senior Day, there's a lot of emotions coming up on Saturday. How do you get your team ready for a big one?
I mean, do you have to? They know Dominican's a rival, and we played them pretty tight at their place. Last year we split with them, so I know our seniors are ready to go out on a win against them, especially on senior night, and give it to them all year long. They've been great leaders. They've come working hard, and we all want to play for them that day and get them the win. So that should be motivation enough.
Coach, congratulations on the win tonight. 81-53 Cougars winners here tonight over Rockford. They were led by 18 points by Tara Hastings. On the Regents side, Sammy Russell had a career-high night with 24 points and 10 boards. Keller had a double-double as well. For our fantastic CSN crew behind the scenes, your producer, Julia Beers, your camera operators, Julia Spitelli and Kelly Goody, I'm CJ Sellner signing off for tonight. We will talk to you again tomorrow with men's Cougar action against Rockford. For the final time tonight, 81-53 Cougars winners here over Rockford.